lidt kogt. What? So myself. Be my I don't know what they're doing. Hello everybody, this is a special thank you message for the people who have made this possible for me, and I want to thank you, especially I want to thank you, I want to thank everybody, yeah. But I want to thank somebody in particular, and you know, even though it was a little and everything, it just meant so much. You know, I want to thank Pino, because you made something possible, you know. You made just like a small donation, but it was in the right time, you know, and that made it possible for me to go out and buy just what I needed to make Selma float all the way back to Samoa. And even though you donated like what is like 10 euro, but it made it possible, man. And I walked 5 kilometers, you know, and being hungry and everything, and I found the stuff that I needed, and I sealed the boat up, and that's what made it possible for me to make it through the rivers. So thank you, Pino, for your donation and for your spirit. And also I want to thank, of course, the VNF, you know, the system, the waterways, the French waterways, because they were just absolutely amazing, you know, and they were just doing all they could to help us out. And a special thanks to Matthias, the firefighter, for being there at the right time, you know, and fighting for us. And even though the hours just went on, it was just, you just kept on going at your work, yeah. So thank you, Matthias, for being the person you are. And I also want to thank, of course, somebody in particular. I want to thank my family for being there and helping me with moving Selma down south to all the European countries there. And even though it was tough for all of us, and you know, at times really negative, I want to thank you for being there together with me, and you know, trying in your own way. And especially thank you, Lisandra, my wife, for fighting so hard together with me. It was so tough. I don't believe that anybody else would ever make it, you know. You were there, and you fought together with me, and I want to thank you for that, you know. And in that little way, you know, believing in me and having faith enough to start this journey. So, but thank you, Lisandra. And I want to thank you. I want to thank the family Mono for being there at times. You know, when I got stranded with Selma on the riverside, there was the Mono family, the artist with the beautiful house. You know, they were so nice and welcoming. And thank you, Marie. Thank you, Florence, and thank you, Jean-Pierre, for being there at the right time. And a special thanks for Sean for being an absolute angel. Even though you don't believe in angels, you are, and many of the other people I met on this journey are angels. They maybe don't believe it themselves, but those are the people that we need. We need these angels to be there at the right time, you know. So thank you, Jean-Pierre. Thank you, Marie-Isabelle, for making this last final trip possible. And thanks to you and your brave heart there, believing in me and in my dreams. I'm here today and at this absolutely fantastic place. And you know, it's just gonna fill me with energy and you know, the belief that even though that people might think that I'm crazy, I still make things happen, you know, and many of these things are positive. It has been a fantastic journey for me. You know, I just a few days ago, I thought I didn't think I made it. It was so wild. It was so totally outpowering. I had absolutely no control on the situation. And it's just a few days ago. And you know, what really was tough, incredible tough at these times, that was, you know, the emotions, you know, and going through the emotions was really about people helping me, you know. The people, they came through and they just pulled out. And I'm gonna share these videos with you. Some of it I got on video. But like pulling out the anchor of the Zen, that was one of the toughest things I ever done in my life. And you know, as for a long and extended period, was the toughest, you know. And just to keep up the faith, you know, keep up the faith that even though it looked like totally out of, you know, saving the situation, I still came out, you know, and in the end, what happened also is other people helping me, coming out, you know, of the Zen, you know, just a massive barge that came and helped me out, you know. They just pulled up on the side of me and they stabilized the ship so I could pull out the anchor. They even came on board and helped me pull up the anchor. And that was just amazing, you know. That was just like, you know, that massive ship pulling up on the side. And, you know, it was almost going to crush me and crush myself, you know. And anchor chain over the side and ropes and the engine running, you know, autopilot running, everything running and being like, just like, you know, at a time with the barge on the side, maybe we were 15 meters from shore, you know, with two ships, you know, next to each other, you know, towed together with ropes, and the engines running to run up against the current from the Zen of like something like 5 knots or something. There was nothing, you know, we could do. We had to just, you know, continue. And in the end, you know, the barge there pulled me away from shore, you know, after we said to them, be careful, because we are deep, no? With the 1.8 meters, we even go deeper than this massive barge. But them towing us in and towing us through the bridge that we before tried and couldn't make it. And this time just powering through with a massive barge. And you know, like the waves and everything from the current, they're just, you know, being so wild, you know. And but it was a fantastic experience, you know. After, while I was there, you know, I made some video recording, so you will see. But it was tough. And seeing the French people there, even though I couldn't understand a word he said, you know. He was just like this sailor dude, and he just came, jumped on my ship, put the ropes on, you know, and we were just smashing through the current together. It was, you know, worth the when you get moments like this, and you get out here and you see, finally you find the ocean. Even going through all the city, searching. But it was something else, you know. That part there pulled me all the way up and inside the lock. And then on the other side of the lock, the current was more steady. And I could make it to the last 7 kilometers for Sean. So thank you for the barge there. And thank you for the barge people in France. They are something else, you know. You think that you know what kind of people these are, but you know, they are so they wave every time you pass them. Wonderful. And yeah, a special thanks for them too. Special thanks for the French people of just being so incredibly fantastic and wonderful. And you know, about the language, what the problem is that? That's just a nice language and it might be pretty difficult, but if you just try a little bit and they are just, you know, welcoming you with open arms. You know, I've been traveling through the depth of France. I've been to small villages, big cities, you name it. You know, you just meet the most wonderful people, the most welcoming and friendly people, and helpful and doing, you know, they just believe in you. So thank you for the French people. Thank you to Eric Vincent for his just his spirit, you know, and just letting us having a contact with Sean, and in that way you just made it for us, you know. You changed it, you know, the situation so that I can be here today. So of course I would love my family to be here too and enjoy this moment. But that's just not the way it was. That's not what it's gonna be just at this moment. But you never know what the future will bring. And it is just so fantastic. People are incredible, you know. They are just unbelievably fantastic and magic. And you know, this is what the world is really about. It's the magic, you know, and it's all around us. All these people, they are all around us, and you know, you never know when they're gonna show up. These angel types and just pull out for you, you know. It's like, yeah, like the Florence came through for me, you know. Not even just being nice and friendly and everything, but you know, I was being thrown down the Seine at about 5 knots. And my anchor was just there, and it looked like a rope that was just dangling in the water. It did not do nothing. And in the end, it was like me being able to get in touch with her. And you know, people, they were just walking by, walking their dogs and stuff, you know, hey, what's up, man? And there I am with my massive ship drifting 5 knots backwards and having no rudder because it just broke the hydraulics from the impact of the accident. And there I paid for it, you know, for my not being able to check everything at the whole time. But she took the rope when I called her, and she tied it around the tree. And then I could pull myself in and stop the boat, and you know, I got down in the engine room just at that moment, and I got things fixed, and the rudder I've turned, and then I could like come up again for throwing myself into land, and then the anchor hold it there at the end, you know. It was, and you see there's so much of the coatings where I am there at anchor that it's just after Florence and the other people, you know, with electricity, coffee, yeah. People at the barge, you know, where I came in and I was looking for fuel, and I just, you know, they don't sell fuel for my kind of boat, so nowhere, no. So, but he just called his wife, and she came with a car, and then I went up for a petrol station to get like 50 liters of upset. So, but thank you for the barge people, especially for the couple of the locks. I made like 300 locks, maybe more. And they were there, you know, and they were always friendly. Calling them up on the radio there, I didn't even know what that's what I was saying myself. And from the answers getting from them now and going into these locks. But you know, they were just nice and friendly and all the way. Special thanks to Carl, being there at the right time, you know. You were the one that kind of, you know, said to me not to continue that way and change and turn around. And at that time I couldn't see my way out, you know. I could only see that I had to continue up the waters of demand, but you made me understand what I maybe already saw at the moment there, because I couldn't make it. I knew I couldn't make it. I wouldn't survive. And but you said it to me in the words, and that made me change my mind, even no matter what you think. So therefore you are also an angel. So thank you, all angels out there. And you know, I'm gonna be there when you need me. I'm gonna be there when other people need me. And I've been. And you know, that's the way I am. And let's be a little bit more angels, everybody. And maybe that will change.